Slowly rotating at the edge of deep space, 1,000 kilometers beyond the atmosphere of 21st century Earth, is the Arthur C. Clarke Astronomical Observatory, Starlab. Here, Starlab Research Director Maura Cassidy and scientists and technicians of the International Space Authority watch over the countless stars and planets that fill the silent distances beyond the giant space station. This week, Maura Cassidy and Space Exploration Team Captains John Graydon and Buddy Griff cross the Himalayan parallel and encounter one of mankind's oldest legends on the high plateaus of Tibet, a land whose wind-swept frontiers guard the extraterrestrial secret of something pale and strange, something which has fallen to Earth during an interstellar journey between alien worlds. At the International Space Authority Command Center on the North Shore of New Chicago's Lake Michigan, ISA Commissioner White sits in his 21st story office, discussing the construction of a new spaceport with ISA Project Director Brian Phillips.
We're talking about a spaceport that will occupy 300 square kilometers of land area, Commissioner. And of the 4 available locations, only the Baja Peninsula coastal site and the South Pacific Islands site are situated on or near large bodies of water.
Well, we both know the advantages of having spaceports near the water. Let's take another look at the pre-construction profile tapes for the Baja site.
Commissioner.
What is it, Katie?
Com Center has a transmission coming through from the ISA tracking station at Tikal, Tibet. It's Major Lewis. Says it's urgent.
All right, I'll take it in here. Patch him through.
All right.
Commissioner White?
I'm here. Go ahead, Major.
There's an alien spacecraft down in the Himalayan parallel, about 400 kilometers south of here.
You're sure it's alien?
Yes, sir. We tracked it from atmosphere entry to impact and recorded a full magnification scanner visual.
Any chance of a storm covering up the alien ship with snow?
Yes, sir, there is. That's why I flew a recon shuttle over the crash site this morning and dropped a radio marker beacon.
Good. All right, Major Lewis. Fly down to Lhasa and check in with our regional science complex. Then arrange an audience with the High Lama and get his permission to send an ISA investigation team to the crash site. The team will be coming from India, so they should be there within 12 hours.
Yes, sir. I'll leave right away. ISA tracking station TT1 out.
Katie?
Yes, Commissioner.
Put me through to Professor Samavati at the ISA Annex in Calcutta.
Yes, sir.
Half an hour after receiving Commissioner White's transmission, Professor Samavati sends an ISA security officer to Calcutta's Royal Hyperion Hotel with a message for Starlab Research Director Maura Cassidy.
Who is it?
Lieutenant Chapman, ISA Security. Dr. Cassidy?
Yes?
I have a message from Professor Samavati.
Thank you. Well, that's the end of our vacation. Has transportation to Lhasa been arranged?
There's an ISA priority shuttle waiting at the Rasalila spaceport.
Good. We'll be there in half an hour.
Goodbye, Dr. Cassidy. Have a pleasant journey.
Thank you. Tibet. We're going to Tibet. Come in.
Good morning, Maura.
Hey, Maura.
Morning, buddy. John.
We just passed an ISA security officer in the hall. What's up?
We're going to Tibet. ISA orders.
Tibet?
An unidentified alien spacecraft crashed in the Himalayan parallel last night. Commissioner White wants us to investigate.
But we're on vacation.
I know how you feel, buddy. I had the same reaction. Then I started thinking, this might be the only chance we'll ever have to meet the High Lama.
Yeah. And maybe find out how he got so high.
Oh, buddy.
Alien Worlds will continue. Alien Worlds continues. An unidentified alien spacecraft has crashed in the Himalayan parallel, 100 kilometers south of Lhasa, the capital city of Tibet. After being notified of the crash by an ISA tracking station, Commissioner White sends a message to Calcutta, ordering Maura Cassidy, John Graydon, and Buddy Griff to interrupt their vacation and investigate the incident. 20 minutes later, Maura, John, and Buddy board an ISA jetcopter on the roof of Calcutta's Royal Hyperion Hotel and take off for the Rasa Leela spaceport, located on the Bay of Bengal.
I wish we could have spent more time traveling across India. It's really an amazing country.
Yeah.
So interesting.
You know what I like most about it?
What?
Well, all the things that are holy. I mean, they've got holy cows, holy rivers, holy smoke.
Buddy.
10 minutes later, the jetcopter lands at Calcutta's Rasa Leela spaceport, where Maura, John, and Buddy board ISA Priority Shuttle 19. Then, as the new morning sun fills the blue waters of the Bay of Bengal with scatterings of brightness, the shuttle lifts off, banks 90 degrees, and rockets away toward the wind-swept high frontiers of Tibet.
Lhasa Control, this is NCT Captain John Graydon, piloting ISA Priority Shuttle 19. Are you tracking us?
Affirmative, Captain. Your landing coordinates are vector 031 at subvector 097.
Roger.
Come in on auto guidance and stay aboard after you set her down. Major Lewis will pick you up in a snow crawler.
Roger. Shuttle 19 out.
Would anyone care for more tea?
Thank you.
I wouldn't mind another cup, Major.
Here you are.
Thank you. Well, when are we scheduled to see the High Lama?
I don't know yet. Arranging an audience is, well, complicated.
Oh?
He rarely gets involved with the official business of the material world. An inner circle priest named Chang usually handles that.
When can we see Chang?
We can leave for the Lamasery just as soon as Dr. Cassidy finishes her tea.
Are you all right, Maura?
I think so.
You'll have to excuse Dr. Cassidy, Major. Her table manners are usually beyond reproach.
Funny.
Major Lewis, good morning.
Good morning, Chang. Good to see you. I'd like to present Dr. Maura Cassidy, Captain John Graydon, and Captain Buddy Griff.
How do you do, sir?
Nice to meet you.
So, have you traveled here all the way from Starlab to investigate the fallen alien spacecraft?
No, we were... You know about Starlab?
We are as devoted to transcendental science as we are to the mysticism of our religion. The basic precepts of Theravadan Buddhism and the underlying concepts of astrophysics are quite similar, you know.
Yes, I know. Every day we spend on Starlab makes us realize that more and more.
Chang, have you mentioned the alien spacecraft to the High Lama?
I did not have to. He was aware of its presence even before it entered Earth's atmosphere. Nothing occurs in the immediate universe that the High Lama is not aware of. And because he is concerned for your safety, he has requested that I accompany you on this expedition.
Is where we're going really that dangerous?
These mountains are haunted by things not of this dimension, Dr. Cassidy. Invisible things that hide in the ice and light and wind, waiting for the intruder to make his first fatal mistake.
hours later, Priority Shuttle 19 lifts off from the ISA Science Complex near Lassar. At an altitude of 30,000 feet, John turns the shuttle due south and jets toward the snow-swept Curacao Plateau, deep inside the Himalayan parallel.
Major, what's the frequency of the marker beacon you dropped near the alien?
94 megahertz.
904. Well, there's the signal. Correct to 109er, Skip.
109er, right.
Okay, we're right on the money. Check your sea harnesses, everybody. We'll be landing in 4 minutes.
Buddy, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
That it looks more like a multi-atmosphere drone than an interplanetary spacecraft?
Yeah.
What makes you think it's a drone?
The size, for one thing. It's only about 12 meters long, so it couldn't have carried more than 10 or 15 minutes worth of fuel.
Yeah.
And look at the thruster nozzle. That kind of residue is a byproduct of short-range solid propellant, not long-range liquid.
The only way we can be certain is to take a residue sample into the shuttle and analyze it. I'll get the... What was that?
Sound, did you hear that?
It is the voice of the Yeti.
The abominable snowman?
His cries have echoed through these mountains for centuries.
Alien Worlds will continue. Continues. As Maura, John, and Buddy prepare to analyze an exhaust residue sample from the fallen alien drone, the cold Himalayan wind carries the sound of something wild and unearthly across the Curacao Plateau.
What was that?
Sound, did you hear that?
It is the voice of the Yeti.
The abominable snowman?
His cries have echoed through these mountains for centuries.
You two still at it?
Maura, I thought you were asleep.
I tried, but... What time is it?
A few minutes past midnight. What about Chang and Major Lewis?
They're back in the starboard cabin. Chang's meditating, and Major Lewis is sound asleep. Ooh, it's freezing in here. Why is the port open?
Oh, we collected so much scanner data from the drone today, we thought we'd better start indexing some of it. Oh, John here started to nod out, so I opened the port to let in some of that terrific mountain air.
I started to nod out. You were the one who fell asleep with your face on the console.
Listen. There's something walking around outside. John, the port. Can you see anything?
No. It's pitch black out there.
Maybe it's a snow leopard or something.
What was that? Sounded like a... The drone. Buddy, the floodlights.
My God, it's a Yeti.
Let's get out there. Grab a couple of blasters, buddy.
Right.
Forget it. We'll never catch him in the dark.
Look at that. He opened a hatch in the drone. We couldn't even find a hatch. Boost me up, Skip.
What's inside, buddy?
Racks full of spare parts and tools. Looks like a maintenance depot in here.
What are you thinking, Maura?
Well, it's obvious he wants those spare parts and tools. I'd like to find out why.
You're the only one.
Let's try and get some rest. We'll track him with a portable lifeform scanner when the sun comes up.
The invisible fingers of the universe move across the ebony sky. Night slides away like soot rubbed from glass. The misty gray spaces fill with thick veins of purple, red, and rose. The veins silently rupture, flooding the sky with the dazzling brilliance of this planet's closest star. Dawn over the Himalayas.
Okay, the laser pistols check out. Let's test the life form scanner. Stand over there, Maura. Okay, come on back.
Okay, is everyone ready?
Ready here.
Chang?
We are about to cross into an extremely dangerous area. Deep crevices and chasms are hidden beneath the snow. So follow in my path and walk only where I walk.
All right, don't worry. Lead on.
True what they say about long-distance perception, isn't it? Leave it on the trail 3 hours and those peaks don't look 1 centimeter closer.
Hold it. I'm getting something on the scanner.
How far away?
200 meters to the left. Just over that rise.
Check your weapons.
Right.
Chang, if there's any shooting, get behind me.
As you wish, Captain Graydon.
Okay, let's go.
Look at the size of that thing.
Looks like it's been there for years. The hatch is open, come on!
You're right, Maura. It is an old ship. John, look at this. The modules on this section of the control console are brand new.
Yeah. And it's warm in here. The auxiliary power must be on.
John, buddy, there's a hibernation pod over here with 2 baby Yetis inside.
Are they alive?
They're sleeping, listen.
Hold on a minute. There's something outside.
Major don't! Damn you, Major.
But that thing wasn't supposed to...
My children, please don't kill them.
God. John, buddy, help me turn him over.
Okay.
Easy. Easy. Chang, he's bleeding to death. Do something.
Captain Griff, my position's pouch on the floor behind you.
Here.
God, what have I done?
There were 50 of us on the journey to a new colony on the far side of your sun. There was an accident. We crashed in these mountains. Mapadani and I were the only survivors. We lived in this ship for over 6 centuries.
What became of Mapadani?
She died last night after the drone landed. When she saw it, she said she was happy that our children could now return to Nomalaras, our own world. Then her eyes turned to ice.
Sariga, why did it take so long for the drone to reach you?
So many planets. So many stars. So many possibilities.
Stay with him, Chang. I want to see how Buddy and John are coming with the repairs.
Take my hand, Chang. I sense something of me in you.
Everything checks out, Maura. We followed Sariga's instructions to the letter.
There really wasn't all that much to do. He'd finished most of the repairs himself.
What about auto guidance?
We cross-checked it 3 times. It's locked on a direct course for Nemaloris.
And the 2 babies?
The hibernation pod's life support system is functioning perfectly.
Where's Major Lewis?
He's walking around outside. He feels terrible about what happened.
He made a mistake, Maura. It could have happened to any one of us.
I'd better go talk to him.
Good idea.
Dr. Cassidy?
What is it, Chang?
He is dead. He asked that we bury him here.
Yes, all right. Set the launch timer for 10 minutes, Buddy.
Right.
All right. Let's take Sariga away from here.
Goodbye, little guys.
Good luck.
I wish I could think of something to say.
Your sorrow about taking Sariga's life is much greater than his was about losing it, Major. You were afraid. Sariga understood that. And his was a spirit that believed in forgiveness. That kind of spirit will rise up on this planet one day. But not until this world comes to terms with the next world and realizes, like Sariga did, that life isn't everything. Nothing is.
The Himalayan Parallel was written by Ron Thompson and starred Linda Gary, Chuck Olson, Bruce Philip Miller, and special guest stars Philip Clarke, Chuck Howerton, and Larry Moss. Associate producer Ron Thompson. Music director Tom Rounds. Engineer Stu Jacobs. Assistant to the producer Jim Cook. Technical consultant Peter Sky. Alien Worlds was created, produced, and directed by Lee Hansen. And so, until next week, this is Roger Dressler, inviting you to join us for our next adventure from the elsewhere and elsewhen of Alien Worlds.